Hello everyone, welcome back to the tutorials again. So today we are going to study about the Indian Standard Classification of the Soil. So this tutorial is lecture number 10, Soil Mechanics. So module number 2. So you can see in Indian Standard Classification of the Soil, there are various symbols which are used. So before exactly moving to these symbols and Indian Standard Classification, let us revise the previous session. So in previous session we have studied about particle size distribution classification and need of classification we have studied, various systems of classification we have studied. So before that, a very important part which we have studied is Casagrande's plasticity chart. So this is a chart which is called as Casagrande's plasticity chart. So this particular chart is used in classification of the soil. So you can see here there are various systems of classification of soil. In that today we are going to study Indian Standard Classification of Soil System. So you can see Indian Standard Classification of Soil. In this we are using various symbols. So capital G stands for gravel, capital S stands for sand, capital M stands for silt, capital C stands for clay, and O stands for organic. So if these symbols are prefixed by these symbols, then combiningly we are going to name a particular soil. For example, W stands for well graded, P stands for poorly graded, M stands for silty soil, C stands for clayey soil. For example, if I say GW, that is nothing but well graded, gravel well graded. I can say that well graded gravel. Okay. Similarly, if it is SP, means poorly graded sand, or sand poorly graded, I can say. So here you can see M stands for silty, C stands for clayey, L stands for low liquid limit, that is WL less than 35%, I stands for liquid limit in between 35 to 50%, and similarly H stands for high liquid limit, that is liquid limit more than 50%. So based on the following uh, chart tree diagram which I have shown, we are going to do the classification. So remember, you can refer many of the textbook. In that the classification is given in descriptive manner, so you might get little confused in that particular case, but I tried to draw the tree diagram based on the explanation which I have gone through in various textbooks. So you can see this tree diagram. We'll just rotate it. Okay, so you can, I hope you are able to see it. So you can see soil is present. So soil can be classified in two classes, that is fine grained soil and coarse grained soil. So if the soil is coarse grained soil, this tree diagram we have to follow. If the soil is fine grained soil, again I have drawn another tree diagram below. So first we are going to see case number 1, when the soil is coarse grained soil. So question might be arising in your minds that when the soil is called as coarse grained soil. So when more than 50% of the soil sample which we are having is retaining on 75 micron sieve. So if more than 50% of the soil is retaining on 75 micron sieve, we are going to classify it as a coarse grained soil. So don't get confused between this coarse grained soil and a soil which is having size more than 4.75 mm. That is different and this is different. So this is just for Indian standard classification. So if more than 50% of a soil retains on 75 micron sieve, it is called as coarse grained soil. Whenever I take a sample of a kg and I try to sieve it through 75 micron sieve, if more than 50% means more than 500 grams of a soil retain on 75 micron, then I am going to classify it as a coarse grained soil. In that, for that coarse grained soil, I have to perform the sieve analysis. So you have seen the procedure, you have studied the procedure for sieve analysis. So after performing the sieve analysis, I have to again check with the 4.75 mm sieve. So on 4.75 mm sieve, if more than 50% of sample retains, if more than 50% of sample retains, it is called as gravel. If more than 50% of the sample, if more than 50% of the sample is passing through 4.75 mm sieve, I am going to name it as a sand. So I got the first letter, that is G or S. So G, let us think that in our case more than 50% of the soil is retaining on 4.75 mm sieve. Then you can see we have to observe in that sieve analysis, we have to observe again 75 micron sieve. So if less than 5% is passing through it, examine the grain size curve. So after examining the grain size curve, which is that grain size curve? So that grain size curve is a curve which I have shown in sieve analysis, that is well graded, poorly graded, that curve. So that curve is called as grain size curve. So after this 4.75 mm sieve, we have to examine the 75 micron sieve. If 5% of the soil is less than 5% of the soil is passing through the 4 point sorry passing through the 75 micron sieve, less than 5% sample is passing through 75 micron sieve, we have to observe the grain size curve, and then we have to decide well graded or poorly graded. If it is well graded, G is a letter we are having, well graded is W, so we are going to classify the soil as GW, that is gravel well graded. After that, if the soil is poorly graded, then GP, that is poorly graded. Now this is the case, but if the soil sample passing through 75 micron is in between 5 to 12%, then it is border classification. So I am going to tell you about border classification later. This border classification is nothing but in Casagrande's chart I have shown double nomenclature. So here that comes. So if more than 12% is passing through 75 micron sieve, find out liquid limit and plastic limit. So after finding out liquid limit and plastic limit, what we are going to do? We are going to observe the plasticity chart. So this chart we are going to observe. So this is a plasticity chart which we are going to observe. So you can see this plasticity chart we are going to observe. Either it is falling above A line or below A line, liquid limit is less than 35 or in between 35 to 50 or more than 50. Based on that we are going to classify the soil again. Okay, so that chart we are going to see. Okay, so here, so if it is below A line, it is GM, hatched portion GM and GC, above A line it is GC. So this is about gravel. But you can see when more than 50% of the soil is passing through 75 micron, so directly in this case we are coming here. So we have studied this particular case. So if more than 50% of the soil is passing through 4.75 mm sieve, we can say that we can again have to see the percentage passing through 75 micron sieve. If it is less than 5%, examine the grain size curve. It is well graded or poorly graded. It is going to give us SW and SP. Similarly, if the soil passing through 75 micron sieve is in between 5 to 12%, it is going to come under border classification. It is going to come under border classification. After that, more than 12% is passing through 75 micron sieve. We are going to find out liquid limit and plastic limit. So liquid limit and plastic limit we are going to find out. After finding out liquid limit and plastic limit, we are going to again examine the plasticity chart. If it falls below A line, we are going to name it as a SM. If it is going to fall in a hatched portion, SM, SC. If it is going to fall above A line, we are going to name it as SC. So this is the case when the soil is coarse grained, means more than 50% is retaining on 75 micron seal. But what is the case when it is fine grained soil? So G and S are denotations for coarse grained soil. What is the case when it is fine grained soil? You can see here, I am directly taking here first case only divided. So first, initially we have considered this. In this there are two parts, again various parts are here, but first only we are going to come here and we are going to study the fine grained soil. So in first case only we are coming here and we are studying about fine grained soil classification. So when more than 50% is passing through 75 micron, the soil is to be classified according to fine grained soils. So directly what we have to do in case of fine grained soil, that means more than 50% of soil is passing through 75 micron, directly we need to find out liquid limit and plastic limit. So after finding out liquid limit and plastic limit, either we need to find out it is low, intermediate or high. So if it is low, low means liquid limit is less than 35%, then after when the liquid limit is less than 35%, we have to see is it falling below A line. If it is falling below A line, then we have to observe the color and odor. If color and odor is there, we have to classify it as an organic soil with low liquid limit. If color and odor is not there, we have to classify it as an inorganic soil, that is ML. Okay, next, if it is going to fall in hatched portion, that is we are going to classify it as a MLCL. If it is going to fall above A line, we are going to classify it as a CL. So it is for one case. Next, if the liquid limit is in between 35 to 50%, again we are going to examine the curve. If it is below A line, color order we are going to observe, and we are going to name it as OI or MI. I indicates intermediate liquid limit. Next, if it falls above A line, we are going to name it as C. Actually it should be CI. So I have written it mistakenly, so it should be CI. Next, if the liquid limit is more than 50%, we are again going to examine is it below A line or above A line. Below A line, color and order we are going to observe. So OH and MH we are going to nomenclate based on the color and order. If it is above A line, we are going to name it as a CH. So this is the classification of soil. So I have tried to make a chart of this classification of soil. So you can go through this particular chart. If you have any doubts, you can just raise your queries. Again, you can see we'll solve a small problem on this. So you can see here the problem is like this. The soil sample has liquid limit of 20% and plastic limit of 12%. The following data is available from sieve analysis. So liquid limit they have given, plastic limit also they have given, and following data is available from sieve analysis. So the data from sieve analysis also they have given. So from 4.75 mm, 100% passing is there, means 100% finer. In 0.4 mm sieve, 85% finer is there. In 0.075 mm sieve, 38% passing is there. Okay. So what we need to do, we need to classify this soil. First step, you can see in classification, what is the first step? We have to classify it as a coarse or fine. So how we are going to classify it as a coarse or fine? It is called as coarse when more than 50% is retaining on 75 micron sieve. So you can see is more than 50% retaining on 75 micron sieve. Yes, more than 50% is retaining on 75 micron sieve, because you can see 75 micron means 0.075 mm. Micron to mm you have to convert. So if you want to convert from micron to mm, what you have to do? Micron divided by 1000 is going to give us the value in mm. Okay, so 38% is passing through 75 micron sieve. That is why that means more than 50% is retaining on 75 micron. That's why I'm going to say it as coarse grain soil. So next, what I have to do, I have decided it as a coarse grain soil. Next, run sieve analysis. After running sieve analysis, what I have to observe, is more than 50% retaining on 4.75 mm sieve. So I have to observe 4.75 mm sieve again. So second step, I have to observe more than 50% passing through 4.75 mm sieve. So more than 50% is not retaining, it is passing, means it is sand. So you can see this case. So more than 50% is passing through 4.75 mm, so it is sand. So we got the first letter. Next, more than 12% is passing through 75 micron. So more than 12% is passing through 75 micron, which is this case. You can see over here. So I have came here. So this is not the case. This is not the case. More than 12% is passing through 75 micron sieve. So find out liquid limit and plasticity index. Then we have to observe the plasticity chart. So you can see over here. So find out WL and IP. So WL they have already given, liquid limit is equal to 20%. IP is equal to WL minus WP. So that is 20 minus 12. IP is equal to 8 I have got. So WL is equal to 20. IP is equal to 8. Refer the chart. So you can see over here. WL is equal to, I am going to open that chart for your convenience. So WL is equal to 20, IP is equal to 8. So it is falls in which zone we have to observe. So after observing the zone, you can see over here. So the point falls above A line. So it is yes, C. Point falls above A line. So yes, we have already got. C is a clayey sand. So C is a letter, again we have got. So clayey sand is a nomenclature for this particular soil. So you can go through the chart. If you have any doubts, you can just raise your queries. S is a first letter which we have already got. So you can see yes, and C is a letter we have got from plasticity chart. That means WL is equal to 20, IP is equal to 8. So I will move to the plasticity chart. So you can see WL is equal to 20, IP is equal to 8. It falls somewhere here. So remember, this is from 5 to 8. So here 5 comes, here 8 comes. So it falls somewhere here above this. So 5 to 7, sorry, 5 to 7. So above this means 8 comes somewhere here. So C is a nomenclature. So yes, C is a final nomenclature for the given problem. So yes, C means clayey sand. Okay. So with this, we are going to wind up with model number 2 also. So I hope we have solved a fair number of problems as well as we have gone through the theory. So I would like to just briefly revise the things which we have studied. So we have started from phase system. After studying the phase system, we have studied about the two-phase and three-phase systems. After that, based on the phase system, we have studied about the various basic properties of the soil. After studying basic properties, we have studied the index. After studying the basic properties, we have studied the intermediate relation between basic properties of the soil. While studying the basic properties of the soil, we have categorized, we have studied it in two steps. First step was to study the volume relations. Second step was to study the weight volume relations. So after studying those, we have derived the interrelation between various basic properties of the soil. After deriving those after deriving those relations, we have solved the problems on those relations. After that problems, we have started with index properties of the soil. So after studying those index properties, we have studied the classification of the soil, and we are winding up with this particular unit. Okay, so if you see the syllabus, almost all the 100% part is covered from unit number 1 and unit number 2. So I'm going to upload this particular notes on the Google Classroom. So you can use this notes for reference purpose. So reference books for this particular subject will be BC Punniya, Geotechnical Engineering by BC Punniya and Jain. Another reference textbook is Arora, Soil Mechanics by Arora. This is second reference textbook. Third reference textbook is Soil Mechanics and Geotechnical Engineering by VNS Murthy. Okay, so you can go through those textbooks also. If you have any queries, you can raise. Thank you.